Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new exciting episode of Pro Wrestling Union Explosion. The featured matches in this episode were recorded on June the 11th as part of the Not Going Down Without a Fight event that was also part of the Jacob Casey's June Jamboree Cancer Benefit. On the first half of the program, we're going to be seeing the Prince of Sports Entertainment himself, the conductor of the Hood Hype Train, Drew Hood, as he faces the battle-tested fan favorite, the Outlaw, Randy Wayne. And on the second half of the program, we're going to be seeing the old guard versus the new generation as number 1 Cam Jackson takes on the 30-year-plus veteran Black Cat Deon Johnson. Now let's go to ringside.
After you're done checking me, check that girl's attitude. She's mouthing off at me right now.
All right then. Looks like the Prince of Sports Entertainment is not entertained by the crowd at this time, jeering them on. And the bell has sounded and the match is now on its way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us for Pro Wrestling Union Explosion. We're filming right in Union, South Carolina at the Union County Fairgrounds as we are part of the Jacob Casey June Jamboree. It is a cancer benefit for the Casey family. Jacob, who's been diagnosed not too terribly long ago, all the proceeds are going for his medical treatment, and we're so thankful and honored that the Casey family wanted us to be part of this Jamboree event. But right here we've got the Outlaw Randy Wayne, the two-time Pro Wrestling Union Heavyweight Champion, against what many would consider a rising contender for the heavyweight title, the Prince of Sports Entertainment, Drew Hood. And so far this match has been going for a hot moment now, and not a single bit of action has taken place. Drew Hood is taking his time, and the crowd right here in Union, South Carolina, are just letting him have it. This is going to be a tough challenge for Drew Hood. He has beaten some noteworthy competitors here in Pro Wrestling Union and several promotions around the Carolinas and in the Southeast. Outlaw Randy Wayne extending his hand out to Drew Hood, wanting to shake his hand. Perhaps a show of respect for this young competitor, but I don't know how Drew Hood, what he thinks about this. I really don't know. Normally, you would see Drew Hood extend the hand out and perhaps pull out a cheap shot or two, but right here, you got the grizzled veteran and Randy Wayne extending the hand out. Drew's not very sure about this. There we go. Oh, what a warning from the Outlaw Randy Wayne to Drew Hood. And you can see that look on Drew Hood's face. He's concerned, and he should be. We get our first lockup now. Both of these men very sizable. Should be close to the same amount of strength here. Drew Hood just a little bit taller than the Outlaw. An impressive physical specimen is Drew Hood, but Outlaw Randy Wayne is no slouch himself. Strong like a bull. And another lockup. Randy Wayne now having Drew Hood in the corner. Puts those arms over the top rope. Referee asking for separation. And a clean break. So far, both competitors following the rules here in this professional wrestling match. These two just really filling each other out. This is their first encounter with each other. Drew Hood manages to snatch that head. He's got him in a nice headlock. And tips him over. Well placed right there in the center of the mat. Only a 1 count.
Come on, Randy.
Referee Josh Williams, the official of this matchup.
Come on, Randy. Come on.
Randy Wayne is going to have to watch that shoulder being on the mat. Manages to work his way up right now. Manages to push him off, but Drew Hood just nailed him with a big shoulder tackle. Randy Wayne down on the mat, and Drew Hood taking a little bit too much time here. Hops over Randy Wayne, and a beautiful hip toss. Randy Wayne now snatching a headlock of his own. And you can hear Drew Hood right there in the background. Wait a minute, it looks like Randy Wayne's giving him a noogie right there while still having that headlock applied. Nothing illegal about it, but very unorthodox for the Outlaw. Like he's having fun with it. Oh, this time the Outlaw with a shoulder tackle of his own. Had a few words for Mr. Hood down there on the mat. Hood tries to go for a hip toss. It's blocked. And Randy Wayne reverses and gives him one more for good measure. And right back into the headlock. And once again, just taking the knuckles and raking it over the top of the head. Noogies. And once again, one more shoulder tackle. Drew Hood not looking so good here. Looks like he could have been going for a back body drop. Wait a minute. Looks like he was able to counter, but no. Outlaw goes for a pin. 1, 2. Managed the sunset flip. But only a 2 count. Drew Hood is now outside of the ring, buying himself a little bit of time here. And the fans in Union, South Carolina, they're definitely appreciating this type of action right now. A lot of new faces in the crowd. This is their first pro wrestling experience, and we're glad that they were able to have that with us here with Pro Wrestling in Union. A lot of people came out here in support of Jacob Case and his family, and getting to talk to him right before the event began. They expressed that this is their first time in a live professional wrestling match, and we were happy that it could be this one with Pro Wrestling Union. And Drew Hood looks like he's taken his sweet time getting back in the ring, and the Outlaw Randy Wayne appears to be waiting patiently. Maybe another lockup between the two, but no, Drew Hood just kicked him right in the breadbasket and dropping that elbow in the back of the head. Beautiful chop. Impersonating one of the goats of professional wrestling. But right now, Outlaw reverses the Irish whip, misses a clothesline, Bez press, and now he's just right on top of Drew Hood, hitting him with those right hands and dropping the right knee across that forehead. Drew Hood rolling back outside of the ring. Perhaps one of the smartest things that he could do at this time, causing that separation between him and the Outlaw, who is right inside of that ring, kneeled down, waiting patiently. Almost methodically, just waiting for his next move. And he's got Drew by the hair. He's going to pull him back up to the apron, but no! Drew Hood just grabbed the back of the head and draped the throat right across that top rope. Dropped him with an elbow. Knee to the back right there between the shoulder blades. And now he's got him in that rear chin lock. Now Drew Hood is dictating the pace at this time. Randy Wayne, he's rolled over to his belly, but it looks like Drew Hood is just staying right there on top. Referee checking in. Outlaw trying to get himself up, but Drew Hood, he's still got that hold applied. Shot to the stomach right there, another left hand right there to the gut. And Outlaw with a huge right hand. May have done some damage to himself. Hits the ropes, and Drew Hood with that low drop kick right there to the left knee of the Outlaw. Not sure if that was a desperation move or just cold calculation from the Prince of Sports Entertainment. But right now, looks like he's going for that leg again, going to apply more damage, and he does. Stomping away on that left knee. The fans are not happy about seeing Drew Hood taking advantage of this situation. And there he goes. putting the boot to that knee one more time. All right, looks like he's got Outlaw up, draping the leg across that middle rope and just putting some torque behind that knee there. Referee telling him to break it up. And a little bit of a punt kick right there to the back of the leg. That's more for humiliation, I'm sure. Another chop from Drew Hood. I don't know if he wants to get into a chopping contest with somebody like Outlaw Randy Wayne. Wait a minute now. Randy Wayne just kind of shaking the leg off. Paintbrush Drew. Oh! And speaking of paintbrushes, that's like a frying pan going across the chest. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And Drew Hood is down center of the mat. And the fans here are delighted by this. Oh, those are some heavy chops. Outlaw Randy Wayne's got him back up. Sticking it back in the corner. Could it possibly be more chops coming in? Oh! You can see the sweat flying right off of Drew Hood. 2 more chops for good measure. Oh, and look at Drew Hood right now. You can tell he is feeling every single bit of that. But Drew Hood manages to grab the back of the head, dropping down, causing a jawbreaker. And he's doing the smart thing, going back to work on that left leg. He already put some damage to it already, and he's going to inflict more pain. Right now, you got the referee checking Outlaw Randy Wayne, see if he wants to give it up. Randy Wayne was close to being counted out there, with the shoulders being down. Referee Josh Williams was taking notice of that. Right now, you got Drew Hood just stomping away at that leg again. Go again, probably for a spinning toe hold. No, wait a minute. He's got the other leg, puts them together, and he's got him in the famous figure 4 leg lock right there in the center of the ring, and this is not looking good for the Outlaw. Referee Josh Williams once again noticing those shoulders going down on the mat, and that's all it takes is a 3 count. But at this point, it could be a submission victory for Drew Hood. Outlaw Randy Wayne looks like he's trying to reverse it, and he does. He's applying the pressure right to the back of the calf of Drew Hood, who's got that bottom rope, and the referee is calling for a break. I am absolutely sure that put a lot of damage right there to the back of the leg of Drew Hood, but not enough to take him out completely. Reversing the figure 4 leg lock is almost like putting the other opponent into an Indian death lock. And Drew Hood, what's he going to do here? Gets caught by Randy Wayne and just plants him with a spine buster. Randy Wayne, he is still having issues with that left leg there after all the damage that's been done by the Prince of Sports Entertainment. Both of these men down on the mat, referee counting away. Of course, if neither one of these men can respond before the 10 count, then it'll be considered a draw. But both of these men trying to get up. Drew Hood up first. Hard forearm shot. All right, looks like an Irish whip, but no, just got hit with an elbow and a jumping enziguri. How the Outlaw was able to pull that out of the hat, especially after the damage done to his leg. Highly impressive. And Drew Hood, you can see right there, the eyes are still open, but I don't know how in tune he is right now. I don't know if he's fully there. Randy Wayne pulling him back in for a pin, 1-2, but Drew Hood manages to get the shoulder up. You know that took a lot out of both men. Oh! And one more chop. And that says it right there. Look at that look on his face, and Randy Wayne just stomped away on his hand. A blood-curdling yell from Drew Hood, who gets whipped right into the turnbuckle. Randy Wayne comes running in. Could this be the lariat? And he nails it. If he could just go for that pin right now, this could be the end of the match. That's one of his big signature moves. Manages to grab that leg. 1, 2, but Drew Hood manages to get out of it. It wasn't the most perfect pin from the Outlaw. He just managed to drape the arm right over that leg of Drew Hood as his shoulders were already down on the mat. The Outlaw Randy Wayne, he is now back up. Drapes the arms over the top rope one more time. And one more of those devastating chops. But now Outlaw Randy Wayne, he climbs up top. And he's just giving him right hand after right hand on the top of the head. And the fans right here in Union, South Carolina, they're counting along. Got up to 9 and drops the elbow right over the top of that forehead. Irish whip into the other corner. Outlaw comes running in, misses the splash, but Drew Hood, wait a minute, he's got him cradled. Wait a minute, referee doesn't see the foot on the ropes, and that's it. Unbelievable. And I don't think Drew Hood can believe it himself. Drew Hood just beat the 2-time Pro Wrestling Union heavyweight champion, the Outlaw Randy Wayne. Feet on the ropes, but the referee didn't see it, and the fans in Union, South Carolina, they are not happy with this result. But Drew Hood himself, he is shocked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this matchup. But don't forget, we got another main event match coming your way. But first, let's go to a commercial break from our sponsors and other announcements from Pro Wrestling Union.
March 5th.
March 5th.
March 5th. Tyson Maddox. He says you're the king of the spear. When I land that spear on you, you will feel the power of the anomaly. Testarosa's there. We got all the boys there.
They don't make like me no more. Ron Simmons, Stevie Ray. I'm cut out of that club. I'm a Hershey, son.
July 23rd.
Welford, South Carolina.
Welford, South Carolina.
Let's go.
Be there or get your ass stomped.
Heroes walk among us. They are ordinary people who sacrifice time away from family and friends to answer a higher call of service. These brave men and women run courageously into the field, placing their lives on the line to ensure the safety of others, to do noble works both at home and abroad. And for their services, we at Pro Wrestling Union say thank you and salute you. Pro Wrestling Union returns on September the 10th at the Union County Recreation Center for the second annual Ray Bitt Barber Memorial Parade of Champions. It's Military and First Responders Appreciation Night, where all service members get half-off ticket admission. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday, September the 10th at the Union County Recreation Center, the second annual Ray Bitt Barber Memorial Showcase, the Parade of Champions. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is main event time right here on Explosion. On one side of the ring, you have the 30-year-plus veteran, Black Cat Deon Johnson. And on the other end, the man that claims to be number one, this is Cam Jackson. It's going to be an interesting battle right here on this program. You got age versus youth, skill versus will. And right here, you got Cam Jackson that has given the business to the crowd right here in Union, South Carolina. and the crowd is giving it right back. The fans here in Union are solely behind Deon Johnson. Born in Union, South Carolina himself, he grew up in a little area known as Chambertown. And Deon Johnson is letting him know that these are his people. And Cam Jackson comes in, misses a clothesline, and just takes an elbow right there to the head. Cam Jackson scooted out of the ring as quickly as he possibly could. Deon Johnson's got the 30-plus years on him, but it hasn't slowed him down one bit. And Cam Jackson, he doesn't know what to make of this. And Cam Jackson sitting over there picking on a little girl. Shame on him. But Deon Johnson's wanting him to get back in the ring, and Cam Jackson backing up a little bit, trying to regroup. Cam Jackson's a phenomenal young talent. Very smart, very strong, very skilled. Definitely one of the people that I would consider the future of professional wrestling. He's taking his time getting back in the ring. It looks like Cam Jackson's just making some excuses here of why he was able to get elbowed by Deon Johnson. Said there's something wrong with his shoe there. Let's see what these two individuals are going to do. Maybe we're going to see a lockup between these two. No, Cam Jackson misses another clothesline. There's another elbow, and one more for good measure, and there goes Cam Jackson one more time. And the fans here in Union, South Carolina, they're loving it. This is super simple. Simple attacks by Deon.
That's a closed elbow.
I'm sorry, what? A closed elbow.
Let's go, let's bring it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those that are not familiar with the rules of professional wrestling, there is no such thing as a closed elbow. The things that you will hear a wrestler say in order to get the other wrestler in trouble with the referee. This argument is completely invalid. But once again, Cam Jackson taking his time getting back into the ring. And just judging from the way that he's getting back in, I think those last two elbow drops staggered him so much. He's probably not even all there, which probably explains the confusing excuse that he gave to the referee. Right now, the fans here are just waiting for these two to go back at it. But Cam Jackson is not even paying attention to Deon Johnson at this time. Wait a minute, he goes back in. He's tried it twice. It hasn't worked so far, but Deon Johnson captured him with a body slam. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And once again, Cam Jackson goes outside of the ring. Pretty standard situation. Whoa! Did Cam Jackson just walk right into the post? Oh, man. The fans here in Union, South Carolina, they're getting a different type of wrestling match here.
Stop teasing me! Don't stop teasing me, too!
And you can see that Cam Jackson is just flustered at this point. Everything is going Deon Johnson's way, and Cam Jackson, he is not having any of it.
My mother called. Said I had to leave. Your mother?
Did he just say that his mom called him, told he had to leave?
One of the cats got out.
Oh my goodness. I believe I have heard it all here in professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Cam Jackson making excuses, and Deon Johnson is not buying them. Just brought him back into the ring. 1 jab, 2 jab, 3, 4. Looks like he could be going for a 5th shot here with a big wind up. But no, just puts the thumb right into the eye. Referee Tim Godfrey telling them to watch the illegal tactics. But the fans here in Union, South Carolina, they love it. But Cam Jackson just booted Deon Johnson right into the gut and smashed him with the forearm. And now he's taking advantage of the situation right here. It had to be a really hard shot to take down somebody like Deon Johnson. But once again, I have said it, that Cam Jackson is an awesome superstar. Very strong, very skilled. But right here, this is no skill. Taking that hand and putting it across the throat. Referee counting, telling him to break the hold. He's got a 5 count. And now you got Cam Jackson just taking that right hand and going right across the face of Deon Johnson. And once again, just putting the hands right there to the throat, choking the man. And the referee's counting, and now he's just backing Cam Jackson off. Now the fans of Union, South Carolina, they are not liking the action. They don't like to see their hometown hero, Deon Johnson, at any sort of peril. But Deon Johnson, he's down almost to the mat. He's trying to hold on as best as he can, but Cam Jackson is just going away, just stomping on him and working on that leg. Drop the elbow right there on it. We got a close-up shot right there between the two. Deon Johnson, you can see the pain right there on his face. And this is no new hurt or anything like that Deon Johnson's ever experienced before. 30-plus years, he's felt a lot of pain, especially right there inside the ring. But it does take a toll on you. And Deon Johnson, he is really feeling it at this time. On top of that, it's inside of a hot building. Like the inside of this building right now has got to be around 130 degrees. And that is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, you got Cam Jackson dragging Deon to the center of the ring or close to it. And dropping one more big elbow. Going for the pin, 1, 2. But Deon Johnson kicks out with authority. Just shoved him off. But Cam Jackson, he's now got that rear chin lock on. Trying to cut the air supply from Deon Johnson. Referee Tim Godfrey asking Deon if he wanted to quit, but Deon says no. And the fans right here in Union, they're cheering on Deon at this time, trying to get him motivated. And you can hear it right here. Deon's just feeding off this energy right now. And there he goes. He's on to his knees, trying to get himself worked back up. But what's going to be going on here? Deon's up, throws in a couple of elbows, but Cam Jackson with authority stuck the boot right there into the gut, and Deon Johnson just ate the mat with that. 1, 2, only a 2 count. That looked like a very, very hard, stiff kick, and I'm sure it drove the air right out of Deon. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to thank you for tuning in for Pro Wrestling Union Explosion, the 10th episode of this series. And we know that you saw it in the commercials earlier in the program. Got some great stuff coming up your way, not just with Pro Wrestling Union, with the Parade of Champions, the 2nd annual Bit Barber Memorial Showcase that's going to be taking place on September 10th. But our friends at the American Wrestling League have 52 Reasons. It is a combination rock concert and professional wrestling show at the Welfare Pavilion in July. It's going to be some hot action and hot music, I tell you that for sure. Almost as hot as this building right now. But Deon Johnson, he's being shooed off against the ropes. Cam Jackson mixes an elbow, but Deon stuck it with that left hand. And one more elbow drop to the top of the head. Oh, the strap just came down. It's now serious business right now with Deon Johnson. No telling what he's going to do right here. There's multiple ways that Deon Johnson defeats his opponents. But look at these headbutts. Headbutt after headbutt right there to the head of Cam Jackson, who is staggering right there on his feet. And Deon Johnson looks like he's going to be calling for one more elbow. And Cam Jackson, he is just almost out of it. And there he goes, and this could be it, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, and 3. Stick a fork in it. It is done. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the main event on this program, Black Cat, Deon Johnson. And if you see Cam Jackson right there, he's raising his own hand up. He's been hit so many times, knocked him so stupid, he doesn't even know that he just lost the match.
Yes, sir. I'm number 1.
Oh, now he's telling Cam Jackson he's number 1 now. And the fans of Union, South Carolina, they agree. The fans calling Cam Jackson number 2. Number 1, Deon Johnson. And once again, Cam Jackson trying to say he's number 1, but the fans disagree. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you for tuning in. Wait a minute. Another huge elbow. Oh, my goodness. An elbow drop so huge that it made Cam Jackson roll all the way outside of the building. What a great way to finish it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.